Escape to the Metaverse. Better act like you know. Yeah. You are now tuned into the Matthew Rizzle Show. Yeah. Escape to the Metaverse. Better act like you know. You are now tuned into the Matthew Rizzle Show. Yeah. Escape to the Metaverse. Better act like you know. You are now tuned into the Matthew Rizzle Show. Yeah. Escape to the Metaverse. Better act like you know. You are now tuned into the Matthew Rizzle Show. Yeah.
Hey everyone, before we begin this week's episode of the Matthew and Rizzle Show, just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Proof of Beauty. Proof of Beauty is an experimental digital experience studio. The blockchain is their canvas and the tokens are their brush. You can learn more about Proof of Beauty by checking out pob.studio. You can follow them on Twitter as well at PRRF Beauty. That's PRRF Beauty on Twitter and pob.studio on their homepage to learn more about their projects like Hash, London, and Publico. Thank you and enjoy the show.
That would be funny.
Thank you, Robot Lady. Okay, Foxyoga, welcome to the Matthew and Rizzle Show.
Hello, guys.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for this conversation.
Yes, me too. Today is Foxy time, but on the Matthew and Rizzle Show.
I know, this is going to be so
yes.
cool. I'm just
Mom,
imagining,
I'm famous.
I'm imagining the listening party too. It's going to be so meta. But Foxy, like, of course, everyone in Token Smart, everyone at the Whip knows who you are, and you're a growing following on Twitter as well. But I'm wondering, for everyone that's listening in, if you could kind of introduce yourself, let folks know where you're from, what you've done, and kind of what brought you into the Web3 NFT space to begin with.
Okay, well, guys, thank you so much for the invite. It's actually my first interview, so I'm a little nervous, but here we go. As many already know, I'm Foxyoga in this space. In real life, I'm a graduate in business development. I'm a Vinyasa and Ashtanga yoga instructor. My forte are meditations. I'm a Latin girl. I was born in Caracas, Venezuela. I lived 6 years in the island of Margarita when I met for the first time this discipline, and it was like love at first sight. Currently, I live in the occident of the country, in a very beautiful peninsula called Paraguaná, which is also full of incredible beaches. The truth is that I love living near the sea. Through my veins runs Caribbean blood, and I love it. I'm also mother of a great boy who fills my day with joy and is the great engine of Foxy. He's my little life partner. Yes, the man of the house. I started in this world in the year 2019. In that year, I was a CrossFit athlete, and I decided to undertake in this area and create my first company, which I call it Foxyoga, with my mom. Foxyoga is a line of bulletproof sportswear, as I call it, because beyond as aesthetic part, we create durable pieces with the best materials on the market, excellent finishes. That is very important. That this sport has very sharp and strong movements. And the last thing the athlete wants is that when practicing it, the garment fits the movements. In short, when you bend down, the clothes don't break, okay? But unfortunately, the economy of the country was falling more and more, and then ceased to be a profitable business. So I started to investigate, to see what I could to do, have a better quality of life, and of course to give it to my son. And boom, this magical and crazy work came to me as a blessing for heaven, yes. And here I am. I started to study a new career without knowing everything that awaits me. I discovered Discord, and through Twitter, I discovered some projects, enjoyed them. I started as moderator in a cryptocurrency project. Then I moved to another one, and I was a moderator in a cryptocurrency project. Then, and suddenly, I was already moderating 3 projects. Then I became more interested in the topic of digital art and NFTs, and there I discovered Token Smart, which was relatively new. I started attending events, and one of my favorites was the Matthew Rizzle show. Yes, and so little by little we grew as a community. You know, we were very few, and look at us now. We are a strong community. At that time, the listening parties were hosted by Sandy Meows, and immediately click with her. I love the good energy and the great vibe that she transmits, and it became my favorite space. And that's it, the good legacy that I have tried to follow during this all this time, and I think we have achieved it, right? All of a sudden, I got a message in my DM from Rizzle, make me a proposal that changed the course of my life for the better, of course, and I will always be grateful for that, truly.
Oh, shit.
I remember we set up a call, okay? And I was so nervous that my palms were sweating cold, real. First, for the opportunity, okay? Second, and most at all, it was because of my difficulty to speak English fluently, okay? I will barely understand what they were talking about.
Yeah,
but
that was, to be fair, that was probably not totally your fault. I remember that call and being really excited to talk to you, and I probably just was talking like a million miles a minute and like all excited to explain this to you. So not totally your fault. Sorry, go ahead. This is a great story, and I really appreciate all the kind words.
Thank you. Reason, but there were things I could not understand. When it was time for the call, we greet each other, and Rizzle spoke so fast for me that that there were words that I didn't understand in that moment, but in general, the message arrived, and I remember that my answers were very concrete and short. I felt a little frustrated because I had so many things to express, and I could not find the way to say them. I just accept, and that was it. And an anecdote of that moment was that Rizzle, after I answered him, he was like, okay, and that's it. And I just answered yes. So he told me that Sandy spoke Spanish, that she was going to contact me to close the deal, and that's how Sandy saved my life. Like all thing it is, it was not easy for me. Actually, it was a whole new challenge in my life. But look at me. Here I'm today being in the interview of the Matthew Rizzle show. And it's really has become one of the best experience I have lived in this space. Every Wednesday is as exciting as the first time, for real, and it makes me happy to give the best every Wednesday to make all these a set of great things for all who listen to us.
I love that, and I gotta say that was like a dead-on impersonation of Rizzle.
So, I remember that. Yes, it was. It was a solid impersonation.
Foxy, like Rizzle and I, we say this like so often these days, like how you're becoming a star, how like your energy, your vibes are exactly like what the metaverse needs, right? Everyone listens to you and they get immediately centered, whether it's your meditation with Foxy or the Matthew Rizzle show listening party. Like folks just love you. And it's so cool to see like the increasing audience every Wednesday. And afterwards, like shooting me the final numbers. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yes!
Every week now. It's so cool to see. So I'm just curious, like, what is your favorite part about like what you're doing now? Like there's so many fun things happening. Like what do you like the most and why?
Oh, well, of course, Matthew Rizzle show. The We Meetup. Oh my God. And my Metaverse. Yes. Let's talk about Metaverse, okay?
Yeah. Your meta breaks have grown tremendously. Foxy, this is one of like the things that I really love about your presence in the space, because nobody's really doing what you're doing, or really even like trying to do like what you're doing. But you just started these meditation spaces for 15 minutes a week, months ago now, and, started off with just, a few of us in there. And I don't know, the last one I was at, there was like 50 or 60 people in there. So like, yeah, I would love to hear like your thoughts on, why you started doing them in the first place. Like, obviously you're not getting paid for it, but I saw you with the toasties. You're like now, meditating with the toasties. Yes. And there was another project that you were, doing a thing for. So yeah, talk about your whole, angle with that.
Okay, yes, let's talk about Metaverse. Early this year, Artemis Wild, she's a crypto artist, ether poet, and a wonderful yoga meditation teacher. I say that she is a stellar creator. She came to me to tell me that she had in mind a very good idea, which was to create the first NFT meditation network worldwide, which is called NFT Meditators, a network of meditation and breathing facilitators that has space for the NFT community. We start, I think, with 5 teachers, meditation specialists in this space, and today we are 18 guys working on this great mission for our community.
There's a lot of people out there. Okay, cool.
Yes. To enjoy our brief meditation, to find quiet and serenity in the mind of the speed of and noise that is NFT Twitter, We are artists and writers who create NFTs and who are experienced meditation teachers as well. We know that slowing down to receive quiet inside can feed creativity. So doing these meditations together with our intentional community. We have an official page that you can find on our Twitter account, where you can see our calendar and the different shoulders for the whole community to enjoy in the time you have available. I call my space Meta Break because we are all clear that our day-to-day building the metaverse is not easy. And to continue doing a good job, it's always good to take some time to stop, breathe, and come back with more strength. Obviously, with a brain and a tired spirit cannot work with the same energy as a mind and a fresh, conscious, rested spirit. Because if not, we melt the machine, right? My Meta Break days are every Wednesday at 2 p.m. East on Twitter Space. So we can meet there to make that stop, reconnect with you, and you keep working with that engine at full speed and full of the best energy. And speaking to the subject of meditation, recently, yes, the Tasty Toasty projects, surely many of you know it. They were talking to me and asked me for a collaboration to make a Zen space in their community. And last week, we had a great meditation guide by their Twitter space, and it was amazing. There was a nice receptivity from the community, and that's great because I think I'm doing well, no? But the most important thing is that it has been a service that has made a big difference in the lifestyle, in the awareness of those who have enjoyed it, So it's great to contribute something positive to our entire community, and that really makes me very happy.
You should be. It's really, really cool to see you just try something and now other projects taking notice and trying to collaborate with you. I've been in a lot of your spaces, and it's sort of like a powerful experience. Like, a lot of the same members of our community are in there at the same times. Like, there's no other speakers. There's no like pressure that like I'm going to have to say something or speak at some point, but it's just sort of like, a moment of silence with like everyone simultaneously from the community. And it's cool. It's like a really like true community experience that I just don't get anywhere else and everything. And it's cool to be a part of it with like so many other people like simultaneously. So and awesome to see other projects taking notice and appreciating what you're doing as well. Have you thought about like how to incorporate NFTs or crypto, or I know you've done POAPs with the meditation spaces and with the Matt and Rizzle show, obviously, so are you thinking along those lines of incorporating that stuff more into those spaces, or are you just sort of doing those spaces as a service to the community and seeing where that takes you?
Oh my God. Okay. Wait.
Sorry, just slow me down if I'm going too fast. But I guess I'm like, are you gonna NFTs and crypto get them involved in the meditation spaces at all, or are you just keeping it strictly as a meditation break?
By the moment, it's only the meditation space. Actually, I'm working. Right about now, I find myself doing the Song Adulting a Day challenge with Jonathan Mann, and it was a way for creators to earn and share in the Song Adult Cup, voting by completing a month of public daily creations. And I call it my project Yoga Lab, with the purpose of letting people know a little more about the art of yoga and my experience through it. And it will soon be on OpenSea with the collaboration of some artists you already know. So stay tuned for this drop.
Awesome. Sorry, Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to kind of like zoom out a little more and remind folks that like crypto is global from day one. And one of the most exciting parts about it for me have been able to like work and collaborate with folks all around the world, including yourself, right? Like as far as I know, you're down in Venezuela, and it's just so cool to have this connection with you and like a growing portion of the community that's coming from Venezuela too, that's logging in, and the same time every week we're partying in the metaverse or listening to podcasts together. It's really cool.
Really, the Stowaway also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Campbell. Campbell is awesome. It's a great friend.
Totally. And crypto really feels like it's shrinking the world in a lot of ways. I'm just curious, like boots on the ground in Venezuela, like what is the current state of crypto and NFTs there? Are you an outlier, or are you part of a growing portion of folks in Venezuela that are using and working and earning in crypto?
Here in Venezuela, the situation is a chaos, and a lot of people are involved in the NFTs and the cryptocurrencies, and every time are more and more people. It's incredible, for real.
Do you see like, are there other artists that you know, like within, like around where you live or like close by that know about NFTs, or are you like one of the few people?
Close to me? Maybe in Caracas, Maracaibo, Valencia, another big cities of the country. But I live in a peninsula. It's like Iceland. I think it's not a lot of people here involved in all of these of NFTs and crypto here in Paraguay. I only know to Campbell. It's the more close to me.
So how do you explain, this is something we all struggle with. So when someone asks you what you do you try to explain to them everything that you're involved in, or how do you answer that question?
That is so hard to explain because, for example, Foxy, what do you do? I'm a crypto artist. Do you know what is NFTs and host? I don't know what is host. What the hell is NFTs? And all the time is a long story.
Do you find that people understand, or are they still confused?
Yes, some people, yes. Another, not so much, but in general, yes. Now, more and more.
Foxy, you got the Matt and Rizzle show, the meditation spaces. I know you're moderating. Do you think about like where you want this to end up? Like, do you have big plans, or like, something you're hoping to get out of this space in the next few years? Or are you just sort of, seeing where this takes you? A lot of us have lots of projects going on, like yourself. So, curious, like, where would you like to be within this space, over the next few years?
Well, my mission in this space in the future is to continue sowing in order to continue harvesting, okay? Nothing is achieved in this life or in any other life without effort, no? Love and dedication. I am here to continue growing, learning, and having fun with all of you in this space.
Yeah, that's like the greatest answer. That would basically be my answer too.
Another of my best experience in this space is without a doubt the whip meetup. It has always been and still is one of the most fun moments of the week for me. Personally, I love crypto boxers, and being all together there, enjoy the whip meetups is super cool. I remember the first few times in crypto boxers, I was walking around naked in the Metaverse until Sandy gave me a pink t-shirt, and I was so excited. Then Pix have me a pair of sneakers, and I didn't walk around barefoot anymore, and so I went little by little. And now I have decent clothes, and I am part of the whip crew. Together with Sandy Meow, is Carolina Dove. We are the Power Whip Girls, and this make it all the better. So don't be afraid to walk into CB naked, because now we dress you up for the party.
Oh yeah. And the Power Whip Girls, like one of the highlights of my week is to see you, Sandy, and Carolina dancing in world, hanging out, snapping selfies and sharing them. It's how I know it's the whip and time for the whip. It's so cool to see that. Foxy, I'm super curious because you're doing a really, really, really amazing job, like spreading the good word about mindfulness and just spreading good vibes digitally, virtually in the metaverse. I'm just curious, like in the real world, without people having to understand the technical part or like the super weird part of crypto, how do you think there's a way to spread the message and get people kind of more open and less skeptical to what we're doing?
In real life, I have been working with this to spread the word and to create small habits. I have been working with this for years, and I'm still going to do it. Even trying that people in the real world understand this and can come to feel identified with everything we do here in the space.
No, that's definitely cool.
So Foxy, like I was saying before, like one of the things that I really appreciate about your presence in the space is that your angle is so different than a lot of people by focusing on the meditation and these spaces. You did mention there's a bunch of other people that who are exploring that territory as well. But it's cool to see people trying different stuff within Web3 and within these communities just to see what happens. Are there other projects or artists or, things going on outside of what you're doing that you really like? I know you're involved in Token Smart and like we said, a bunch of other things, but what other stuff that's unrelated to your things are you interested in?
Well, the events that I most like to attend in the Metaverse are in crypto boxers and Sandbox. Some storefronts have some amazing events, and almost every day they do some streams with some amazing projects. Same in the Central Land. I really enjoy the concerts, festivals, and super fun parties. I really always have a great time over there.
Totally. And then, it's this point.
Sorry, isn't that Conwolf that is Conwolf's involved in Sandstorm, or is that correct?
Yes.
Still away. Our whip tentacles are everywhere.
Yes.
Big shout out, Conwolf the Stowaway. And Foxy, you know, this is the time in our conversation when we always do the shakedown of our guests. We always like to look into their crypto wallet and see what they've been collecting on the side. So I'm curious, if we were to look into your ETH wallet, what sort of NFT goodies are we going to find in there?
I love my Penelope. I have a Penelope. Love the project Monas Lisas, Tasty Toasties. Oh, the Foxes, Crypto Foxes.
I know you got like a stash of wearables in there too. You must by now.
Oh, so difficult. I love my freezer robot, and I love my sandy ears, my blue whip t-shirt, a skinny t-shirt too, a green t-shirt of Rizzle. I have the wings of Otis, purple wings are my favorite. And the sneakers of Pixel, of course.
Yes,
I love
Pixel
that.
sneakers too. I still wear one Pixel sneaker because you can only wear 7 wearables or whatever. But I never wanted to take off my Pixel sneakers, so I just wear one because it only takes up the one wearable slot.
Dude, I think they increased that quota, by the way.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure because I added an on-chain chain to my ensemble, which currently had maxed out the number of wearables, that 7 that we were able to wear. So I added an on-chain chain to my Fabiano Speziati unicorn.
Whoa.
No problem.
Yes. All right. Well, that's fantastic news. I have to go tinker around.
Amazing. And Foxy, let everyone know where they can follow you on Twitter, like your Discord handle if you want to give that out, and the important dates for like the Meta breaks and the Matthew Rizzle show listening parties. Let everyone know the dates and times they need to know to follow you.
Matthew Rizzle show every Wednesday at 7:13 p.m. is Talking of Smart Discord here. My Metaverse are every Wednesday at 2 p.m. is on Twitter Space. You can follow NFT meditators every Tuesday at 3 is on the Meme Explorer server is the Week Meetup, and it's one of the most fun experience in the Metaverse. And that's it.
Follow Foxy on yoga people should come. I made this like a mandatory thing at the whip, like an unofficial mandatory thing, but people should seriously come to her like meditation breaks on Wednesday. It's like 15 minutes in Twitter Spaces. And it's cool to have like, I don't know. I feel like it's cool to have other people like doing awesome community events involving the same community that we've all been a part of like for so long, doing other things together.
Yes.
It's just like a whole like another awesome thing. So Foxy, I just wanted to thank you because I would never do something like that if it weren't for you, like, being so involved and like positive within the community.
That's awesome.
So and I appreciate it. I mean, like, so there's been a few weeks where I haven't made it, but I'd like try and make it and appreciate what you're doing out there. I feel like it's important and it's awesome to see other people appreciate it too, and it's starting to grow. I know I'm talking super fast, but the long and short of it is I love you and your presence very, very much, and I'm very appreciative. So thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for such a great time. I really had a lot of fun. Despite the nervous, this conversation is already going to my Metaverse epic archives, and I'm so glad it was here with you guys in the Matthew Rizzle show.
I love it. Cool. Thank you so much, Foxy.
Thanks to you guys.
Thanks, Foxy. See you at the WIT.
See ya.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to this week's episode. Just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Proof of Beauty. Proof of Beauty is an experimental digital experience studio. The blockchain is their canvas and the tokens are their brush. You can learn more about Proof of Beauty by checking out pob.studio. You can follow them on Twitter as well at PRRF Beauty. That's PRRF Beauty on Twitter, and pob.studio on their homepage to learn more about their projects like Hash, London, and Publico. Thank you, and see you in the next episode.